Here we are. I'm still doing some cut testing. Jeez, it's almost 4 in the morning. What the hell am I doing? Oh well. So far, I am basically up to 580 cuts on this Ganzo FH921 in D2 steel, which is great. The edge is not fantastic on it. You can hear it really doesn't like it, but it's still slicing. It's not really catching up on anything. So that's basically what I would consider to be kind of still a working edge until, a spot actually dulls enough that it can't slice through. So I'm going to keep going. And there's 6. There's another 10. Oops, there goes my knife lube. Ooh. Yeah, we are winding down, but it's still just going a little bit. Five. And 10. Alrighty, so that's a full 600 cuts that I've done on here. Yeah, it's still going. I can visually see a couple areas where it's starting to wear down. And I can certainly feel it for sure. So. And there's another 10. Yeah, everybody cuts a little bit differently. I tend to put a little bit more downward force on it, and it's generally why I'll hold the knife in a pinch grip rather than just sawing back and forth on something a lot. So, yeah, my cut testing isn't probably equivalent to almost anybody else's, but I do try at least about as much as I can to kind of coincide with Pete from Cedric and Ada. This is 3/8 of an inch, which is like 9.45, I think, millimeter rope. We can't quite find a whole lot of metric rope here in the States. So this was basically the best equivalent. It's still twisted sisal rope, but obviously those numbers are going to be larger than his are. So there you go. Alrighty, and there's another 10 cuts. Puts us to 620. Oh, that is ugly. And yet, and yet. I'll keep going, I suppose. It's super ugly, but yeah, still slicing. What if I do 5 first? instead of 10 for this. Well, all right. So that's a whole other 10. Another piece of paper. Oh. Yup. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and call that. We got a spot here which you can probably see if I can get the light to catch it. That yeah, basically right in the middle of my finger here. That's yep, just dull enough that it's not actually slicing through the paper. It'll hang up. So, hooray! I've actually finished another cut test. This one lasted a heck of a lot longer than I thought it would. But, there you go. Yeah, the Ganzo FH921 has done 630 cuts of 5/8 inch rope. 5/8, 3/8? I don't know, whatever one was 0.94 inches. Or 9.45 millimeters. There you go, whatever. But yeah, 630 cuts, which for a knife that, geez, I think I got this for like $22. And it's actually an original design, which is nice, and I do like to see Ganzo moving that way with the FH series. What I don't like to see is that they've basically made a version of their Adamante Skiman that they've basically upgraded a little bit. I think they've replaced the steel frame with a titanium one and replaced the D2 blade with S35 VN. But they're charging like $120 or $140 for it. And I'm like, that's just not a value, and that's exactly what this company has certainly staked its claim on. So yeah, I'm not interested in picking that one up. I do have the original one in purple G10, as you know, it's available, so that's what I went for. But yeah, I did just oh, it's sitting over here. Hold on one moment. You'd think I'd be prepared for this. And yet, no. So, yeah. This guy, the Ganzo, where is this? The 745. This is a G745, not an F745. Just because it has the Ganzo logo on there. They're a little bit older. Really doesn't matter at all. That one's in 440C. It's going to be the next one up, and yeah, as you can see, I got a nice mirror polish going on this dude. Oh yeah. Now keep in mind, this is 440C. Thus, I sharpened this to a 20 degree per side edge, not a 17 like I've done with some of these others. I did try to do that when I did some cut testing on some Rias. I pitted the AR RPM 9 version up against the 12C27 version, and as I said in that one, I generally won't sharpen 12C27 to a 17 degree edge, but I did for the sake of comparing the two of them, and yeah, the Ria and RPM 9 cut like, I think it was like 130 more cuts at a steeper incline. So there you go. This one's going to be a little bit more referential to other lesser steels, I guess you'd say. Like, I mean, 440 is okay. I mean, yeah, it's not super bottom of the barrel like 3CR or 8CR. I'm sorry, 3CR I think is one of their weird D2 variants. So 7CR, 8CR. So it's not quite as low as that, but it's about like AUS 8, somewhere right around there. I think AUS 8 is like a Japanese is almost equivalent to it, kind of like how 20CV is an equivalent to M390. Same kind of formulation, just made by a different company. So yeah, this is going to be the next one I do. I am anticipating it not doing 630 cuts because, well, I would be very, very surprised if it weren't. If it did do something like that, especially because this was fairly darn easy to sharpen. So there you go. All right. Well, I've wasted too much of everyone's time yet again because I apparently like to hear the sound of my own voice at 4 in the morning. Well, as always, I appreciate y'all for watching and/or at least checking out the information that I'll have in the description for it in case you don't want to watch this 11 minutes of bullshittery. But yeah, I appreciate y'all and hope you have yourself a wonderful rest of your day, yo.